Here we are with Kieran Farrell in Breen's gym, the famous Breen gym in Belfast, ahead of his, I suppose, the biggest fight of your life against Anthony Crolla, very highly respected, highly rated Anthony Crolla, and against you, maybe not really known outside of really real hardcore boxing fans. So this is really the first time you've stepped up. Are you excited?
Yeah, I definitely wanted. I mean, I'm not a known person, but I've done 275 tickets, and that's credit to myself. Like, the people who do know about me know that they're gonna get a fight when they come and see Kieran Farrell. So that's it.
Yeah. So, like for those who haven't seen you fight, you do have a really exciting, throw everything at them, lots of body shots, hooks, getting inside, swarming around someone. Who would you compare your style to, or who have you modelled your style on?
I was talking to Jamie Cullen yesterday. We've been doing the sparring with him, and he said you like Juan Diaz, So Juan Diaz is I'm a big fan of him, So I've always modelled myself off him, with the work rate and everything like that. But there's people saying that I'm like a fight like Ricky Hatton, and I'm a wannabe Ricky Hatton, but I'm not a wannabe Ricky Hatton. Ricky Hatton was my idol growing up. Yeah. So if I fight like him, I'm trying to take any movement what I think's gonna work for me. I'll put them all in. I even practice at Andre Berto's uppercut. You might not see it but I try my best to do everything what I can. Miguel Cotto's left hook. I'm a big boxing fan, and I'm looking at them all.
So you always had a big local following from around Haywood and Darnhill and all that, and but it just seems to have exploded the last couple of fights.
Yeah, I don't even know where they're coming from. You know what I mean? It's like I say, I'm just getting. Pud Moses' armour. He normally, we used to have a laugh, me and my dad. Fucking Moses' armour, he's only done one ticket like that. Moses' armour used to be there. Well, he's got his own coach going now, Moses' armour from the jockey.
Yeah. And so I suppose you mentioned your outfit. So your outfit has always been a massive supporter of yours in the corner with your brother Nathan as well. Has that always been a big support for you and your dad?
Yeah. Like, my brother and my dad, Nathan and my dad. Have been all over the world with me. Brian's scared of getting on the plane, that's why he ain't come. But anyway, they've come on all of Poland, Belfast, Guernsey. They've been all over with me, and our Nathan lives every shot with me. There was one fight in Doncaster. I turned around and said, "Nathan, will you shut up, please, and let me just concentrate?" And he fell out with me. But we got back a little bit later on. Had a cup of tea and some biscuits. Was all right.
So sometimes it's actually more exciting watching Nathan during a fight than you.
Yeah, I know, that's what they say. Like, when you get in these journeymen and that, it's hard to put on a show. But it's like I say, I'm fighting Anthony Crolla there, and he's going to come and do what he does. So it'll be a good fight.
Yeah. So you're over in Breen's now. The last couple of fights you've been in Breen's. How have you felt you've improved?
Well, it's like I walked through these doors and I fell in love with the sweatbox. And John Breen. I've got enough respect for him. I can't give him enough respect. He every session. I'll never have a proper good session because he'll criticise any little thing I do. And that's how I'm improving all the time. At the end of the day, I walked through these doors and I had two things I had in my head. I wanted to work on my speed, my boxing skills, and they are the two things what John Breen wanted me to work on. And we're working them all the time. And it's 8 months down the line, the 4th fight later, and I've got my biggest test, and I'm going to prove that everything what I've been doing over here, I've got a sponsor £150 a week, and it pays for me to come over here. That's it. I've probably put in money out my own pocket into it as well, but it's credit to myself there because I know for a fact that a lot of these young lads would be pocketing it and and saving it up and thinking, oh fucking hell, I've earned this, you know what I mean? Yeah. So that's it.
So you seem to have settled in quite well in Belfast, not just in the gym, but in Belfast. You seem to like it over here because you can switch off away from the usual things of life, and you're up in the house in Ardoyne, and you can just sort of come in here, do your training, and focus on it.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, they call me Mo Farrell back at home because I'm all running and doing and that. We just heard the Darnell Destroyer, and now I'm the Ardoyne Assassin. That's it. Yeah. So I just get in the bath there and I'm settled there. I'll sit in the bath for an hour and I'll ring everyone up and they're like, oh, fucking hell, Kieran's in the bath. They know when getting a phone call.
Yeah. Well, you get a little bit of added motivation now. You just become a dad as well.
Yeah, that's it. No, it was an hectic week last week, but I got through that as like it's worked out well because I've had a bit of a rest week there, and then I've got back here now. I sparred 30 plus rounds this week, you know, and I've improved from Monday to Tuesday. Well, I have to improve from Monday because I had the Monday blues and that, and John weren't happy with me, so I had to improve. So I was improving every day.
Well, let's talk about Anthony Crolla now. You know, Anthony Crolla is a class fighter. He, you know, he's held the titles that you want to hold. People are all looking towards Anthony Crolla and saying maybe this is too much of a step up for you. What do you say to that?
Well, I say to that, well, all I can say is incorrect. Just watch on the 7th of December, because at the end of the day, like you say, no one knows who I am. I haven't had a test yet, and my test with Joe Elford, I stepped and I knocked him out in 5 rounds, and you know he's messaged me since, and he's a good, a nice message, and he said best of wishes. You're underrated, you Kieran, because no one will stop me with a body shot, and you did that night, and you know at the end of the day, it's like I say, I've had that test now. I'd like to see how Anthony Crolla did with Joe Elford, fresh with 8 week notice, because he's a big lad. He was a very big lad.
And what do you know? Like I say, Crolla, he has the amateur titles and the pro titles. What do you think of his style, and how do you think your style will gel with his in a fight?
Well, it depends how he fights, and you know, we seen the Chris Mail interview on the British Boxers. You know, he was sat there and he said, "Oh, Kieran wants me to come centre the ring and let's go at it and all that." And he went, "No, I'm a good boxer." Anthony Crolla's a magnificent boxer, but I told the Boxing News yesterday, it'd be something special to outbox me for 10 rounds. I'll take my hat off if you did that. But it's not happening, you know, it's hard to, I'm like the raging bull. Yeah. You know, Dave's giving me the stage where this bull here can rage. Yeah. Don't rather talk shite, I'd much rather fight, that's it.
Well, you mentioned Dave as well, though. You know, Dave Caldwell, you signed with him, he's your promoter now, and he's giving you an opportunity since you've gone there. Yeah,
that's it, you know, it's like I mean, I spoke to you about Dave Caldwell, didn't I? You know, I was on the phone to you, and at the end of the day, he said that on a video interview he was willing to gamble. I said, I want to gamble. He got me a warm-up fight on a Carl Froch undercard. Credit to that. It's come out of his own pocket, that. You know, he got me on the Carl Froch undercard, and then he gave me the test 7-0 with Joe Elford. I stepped in, no one wanted to fight him. At the end of the day, it'd just be unbeaten Joe Hughes. Joe Hughes on England team with me. He boxed at 10 stone when I was an 8 stone fighter, so I knew how good Joe Elford must have been to beat Joe Hughes. So I took the fight. I had the fight anyway. He kept me busy. Got me a 6 rounder in October after the prize fighter fell through, and then he's got me another opportunity and the English title, and it couldn't be against a better opponent.
Yeah. It's billed as the Battle of Manchester as well, and there's bound to be a big crowd between the two of you.
Yeah, well, like I say, I've done 275 tickets, but I weren't happy about the Battle of Manchester. I wanted it more Beauty and the Beast, you know. And I'm no beauty, am I?
That's for sure.
Yeah.
But well, listen. All I'd like to say is, you know, I've been there, watched a lot of your fights when there wasn't that many people there apart from your fans, and just good luck on this. It's your big chance in that, and I'd just like to say, you know, good luck, Kieran.
Thank you for that, Leonard. And it's like you say, I remember hearing a video on the Boxing Island when I won the Central Area title, and I heard the passion in your voice, saying, screaming and shouting, you know, and it brought tears to my eye. That.
Oh no,
but,
please.
Yeah, but I have to do a song, don't I? I have to do a song. Everyone keeps asking me to do a song,
go on.
So I'll do one. Are you ready?
There you go.
I tell my ma when I go home, the boys won't leave to go so alone. They pull my hair, they stole my comb, but that's alright till I go home. She's handsome, she's pretty, she's the belle of Belfast City.